Alright guys, part 2 here. Now that we have our controller looking good, look at how great this thing looks. This was rough before. Now she's looking really good. So we're gonna set this aside, and then now we're gonna focus our efforts on our little Pikachu N64 here. Very filthy. It was playing games and working fine, but like I said, it didn't seem like the reset button was working. So we're gonna take a look at that, we're gonna clean it, we're gonna see what could possibly be the issue there. So let's take this thing apart. So it appears we're gonna need a Gamebit driver. I think we need this one. Yep, okay. Well, our first screw is already pretty stubborn, so hopefully the rest aren't. Okay, we're not having good luck here with these. Come out. Let's use our Nintendo 64 jumper pack removal tool. Pop that free. Oh, there's filth in the jumper pack, which is kind of impressive considering I don't know how it even gets in there. Okay. We gotta disconnect our wires for our little Pikachu cheeks. There's some rust definitely in here. We've got a lot of rust all over this. It's kind of strange how there's this big scratch just right on this heatsink. Huh. This side doesn't look too bad. We have remnants of rust on the top here as well. So I'm gonna, once I take this all apart, I'm gonna hit this reset button, or reset switch, with some DeoxIT. This is getting cleaned. There we go, there's our one screw that wasn't coming out. All right, let's take this apart. I just noticed, is there supposed to be a screw there? I've never taken this guy apart before. So I don't know if this has been apart before and there's just a screw missing. I don't really know, but it definitely looks, you can see the ring where a screw would have been tightened in there. Interesting. So this certainly may have been apart before. Definitely have quite a bit of rust up here. All over the board here. I'm gonna try to clean that up with some vinegar, see if that'll clean it up. Wow, look at all of this corrosion and rust on these chips. It's crazy this worked. Oh my gosh, okay, so obviously we're gonna have to clean that up. I don't know if you can see that. Look at all of that on there. This chip is filthy. We have all that rust up there. That's really bad. Okay, let's look. Okay, the other side, the underside doesn't look too bad. We do still have a little bit of rust here, but that's good. We'll have to clean the grime off of these controller ports, but we only seem to have that one spot of rust. What's interesting is this has the port for the disk drive system, even though obviously our case doesn't support it because there's no cutout. That's fascinating that they left that in. Obviously it would have been just cheaper to not have to make a new board for it, but wow. Okay, so yeah, so this must be a completely normal motherboard in every single sense. Just the case is the only thing that's unique about it. It's good to know. Okay, so first thing we're gonna have to try to tackle is I want to clean up everything I can with isopropyl alcohol first, and then we'll use some white vinegar on it, and then we'll go back to the isopropyl alcohol. So I'm just going to use some isopropyl alcohol and a toothbrush. Truthfully, I'm amazed this thing booted up and was able to read a game with how just corroded and disgusting these chips are. You can actually see where the corrosion was eating away the board. If you notice the dark spots, that's where the corrosion's been just eating away at this board. Well, I'm glad we got to it now. Look at that cotton swab. We're gonna need a second toothbrush just for the white vinegar here. Since this isn't going to be anything that anyone's ever going to see, we're pretty good there. I'm probably going to stop cleaning with vinegar. I tried getting off as much of the rust as I could just to, you know, it shouldn't be there. Back to the isopropyl alcohol. Okay. We're going to use some DeoxIT contact cleaner on the reset button. Not too much. There we go. Way too much. Perfect. All right. Try and work that in and hope that starts working. If it doesn't, we may have to investigate a little further. All right, so I think we're done with this for now. It doesn't look perfect, but no one's really gonna look at it, but we cleaned up the corrosion and everything should be good. If I need to, we can always go back and reflow the solder to any of this stuff, any of these pins. All right, well, let's set this aside for the moment. Let's focus on cleaning up the shell and everything. Ugh, gross. So this must have been in water in some form for there to be this much just rust and corrosion and water damage to this. forgot about you. Much better. Let me go find my power cord and everything for this, and let's get this plugged in and see if it works and reads a game, and then we'll just kind of go from there. All right, so we're back. I really was expecting to test this like while it was still apart, but I kind of got a little carried away with putting it back together because I was like, well, I'm just gonna put these screws in, and then I'm just gonna put these screws in. Then at a certain point, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do the whole thing. So whatever, it's back together. It should work because it did work before, and all I've done is clean it. So unless I've broken anything, we should be good. I'm hoping we're good. We're gonna put in my favorite game to test this. This is the entire reason I bought a Nintendo 64 back in the day, was literally for the sole reason of playing Perfect Dark. This was my favorite game. I used to play the heck out of this. This is the best game to test the system on. So we got Perfect Dark in there. Let's put in our controller here and turn her on. We got blinking cheeks, which is good. I've got picture on the screen, which is good, which is what I wanted. All right, so let's test out our thumbstick here. Perfect. Okay, our thumbstick is working. I can go left, right, up, down. Everything is working. Perfect. So controller fully working. Cool. So the next thing that was broken was the reset button. Pikachu's little tootsie here. Uh-oh. 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 No, 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 no! The last thing left, Pikachu's little tootsie here, was not restarting when I tickle it like it's supposed to. So let's give her a good restart here. Ready? Boom! Look at that. The game restarted. Console is working. It is put back together. It is beautiful, incredible. And I am envious that that Rob has this thing. Even though it's still pretty heavily scuffed. It's definitely not the prettiest one that's out there, but you know what? It is fully working, and we were able to bring it back. This controller was essentially dead. Both of them were filthy and awful, but you know what? They work, and now Rob can play whatever game he wants to play in here. I would have tested this with a Pokemon game, but I don't actually own any. I think I have Pokemon Snap somewhere, but I couldn't find it for the video realistically. That's why we went with my favorite game of all time. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up here. This is good to go. I'm gonna box this back up, give it back to Rob. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this was fun. Yeah, I don't remember if I said this, but leave a like, leave a comment, all of those things, you know the drill. Cool, well, we'll catch you on the next one. Hope you guys stick around for more content, and goodbye. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all of you as always.